Hey everybody, and welcome back to Miss Lori's Kitchen. I'm so glad y'all come back with me, and what we're doing this week is we're doing 5 days of Thanksgiving recipes. Our first video was slow cooker turkey breast. Yesterday there was southern cornbread dressing. So we're going 5 days with this. I'm going to try to get as much in there as I can, just to give you some ideas and to help some people out that maybe haven't put a Thanksgiving meal on the table. We want to do it simple. We want to not put much stress into it, and we don't want to spend much money on it either. So that's what we're here today for. And today we're going to be making probably one of the best, what you might say, you know, even from the old to the young, love this homemade dish. And that's homemade mac and cheese. Who don't like mac and cheese, especially homemade mac and cheese? It is a side dish that you can probably take anywhere and it's going to be ate and it's going to be gone. So I'm glad y'all joined me again today. If this is the first time you joined me, I'm going to leave the 2 last videos, the first day of the Thanksgiving recipes, and then the dressing video, I'll put it down below too. I'll put both links down below in case you didn't see those and you're just coming to my channel. So anyways, today we're going to be making Miss Lori's version of mac and cheese, and I hope y'all stick around and let's get this dish going. Okay, in our pan here, we're going to put our 1/2 cup of butter, and I'm going to let that melt. And I've got a 1/2 cup of all-purpose flour right here that once this butter gets melted, we're going to make us a bechamel sauce. We'll make our cheese sauce for our mac and cheese. Okay, we got our 1/2 cup of butter melted, and now we're going to add our 1/2 cup of flour. We're just going to stir this up good. I like to put just a little bit at a time. I don't like to pour it all in there at once. Just make sure you get it all in there. Once you get this mixed up, it's going to look a little, it's going to get thick like this. Let's see. I was looking for my different whisk, but I can't find it. But anyways, we're going to let this cook for about 1 minute. Keep it stirred. You want to get that flour cooked. You don't want to have raw flour taste in your mac and cheese. And you can make this, of course you want to make this big a batch, but you can make this in smaller batches, and this is really great to pour over like broccoli and cheese. Make a broccoli, rice and broccoli casserole with this bechamel cheese sauce. Be really good. This cheese sauce is good just as a dip. Make your cheese sauce up and put you some green chilies or a can of Rotel or something in it. There's a lot of different things you can do with this sauce. Now what I've got here is I've got 1.5 cups of whole milk and 2.5 cups of half and half. Now if you want to, you can use all half and half, but if you're going to use whole cream, I would use 2 cups of milk. Well, I'd make it 2 and 2 probably. But what we got today is 1.5 cups of whole milk and 2.5 cups of half and half. And we're going to pour this in here. And I'm only going to pour half of it for right now. Because I want to get this good and blended up before I pour the rest of the milk in there. I got my noodles cooking over here. Whoops. I'm going to stir them just a minute, make sure there ain't none sticking on the bottom. Now, the thing about your noodles, you want them al dente. You don't want them cooked till they're, because you're going to be putting it in the oven and you'll end up with very mushy mac and cheese. So just cook your noodles like you would spaghetti noodles, just al dente. I think I'm going to change to this. And what this is going to do, it's going to start to thicken up. But you want it good and mixed good. Your flour and your milk mixture, you want it mixed in good. And it's going to start to thicken up. But now that I feel like that's mixed up pretty good, I'm going to pour the rest of my milk in here. And I'm going to keep this stirred. It's going to take a few minutes. Turn my heat up just a little bit, and I'm going to cook this till it gets thick. Okay guys, it took about 6 minutes and my sauce started getting thick. You can see how thick it's getting. I turned my heat down on low. I put my 4 ounces of cream cheese in here. And I'm going to let that cream cheese start to melt before I put my other cheeses in. It don't have to be completely melted. I just wanted to get a good start on it before I put my other cheese in. Now I got my macaroni over here. I got it cooked, got it drained, and I put me a little bit of olive oil and stirred around just to keep my noodles from sticking too bad. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a cup and a half of my shredded cheese. I'm going to put this in here, and I want this to melt down a little bit before I put any more cheese in it. That way you don't end up with a goopy, globby mess. Man, this is looking good. Just kind of stir it around. That cream cheese is what's going to give you the creaminess. Your cheddar is going to give it that bite. Your Monterey Jack. And your provolone is going to give it just a little bit of that smoky hint. Okay, now that it's melted really good, I'm going to put another cup. Now I still have, because that was 2.5 cups. So I still have plenty of cheese over here to put between my layers and to put on top. And it's all going to come together, be ooey gooey and oh so good. So that's coming together really well. The cheese is melting good, and you can tell. Look at that, stringy. You just can't beat homemade mac and cheese. Just can't beat it. Okay, I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon of salt, a half a teaspoon of pepper, and I'm going to put a fourth of a teaspoon of paprika. That's going to give it a little smoky taste too. Now I didn't use unsalted butter, but you can use unsalted butter. You need to cut back on your salt a little bit. Okay, I'm going to get my big bowl, and we're going to get all this yumminess stirred together. Okay, I got my big bowl. Make sure you get a big enough bowl to be able to stir all this up in. And I'm going to take my noodles. And I tried not to overcook them, because I sure don't want a mushy mac and cheese, that's for sure. Now we're going to take our cheese sauce. We're going to pour that in there. Man, oh man. Now this recipe feeds 8 to 10 people, they say. I don't know. If you're going to be feeding 15 or 20, you might want to double the recipe. This looks like quite a bit to me. We'll see. I mean, when I've made it before, I had plenty left over. Just get all your noodles stirred up really good. Just kind of fold that cheese in them noodles. I've got my oven heating to 325. You won't leave this in the oven very long. 15 minutes. Now, I like the top of my mac and cheese to be kind of, I like it good and brown on top. So what I'll do is after that 15 minutes, and there goes my oven, is I'm going to turn my oven on to broiler, and I'm going to stick my mac and cheese under there for 3 to 5 minutes just to get that top good and brown. Okay, let me get my pan. And I'm going to use a disposable pan. And I'm telling y'all don't be afraid to use some disposable pans and stuff for your Thanksgiving dinner. Because, you know, you got family there that you want to spend time with. And if you're up trying to wash all this stuff up, so it just gets crazy. And believe me, I know I've been there for so many years, but this year I'm not going to stress. I'm going to use me some disposable to-go pans. So, let me get my pan ready and we'll get these in there. And we're going to get all this in our pan. Now, you can do this a week ahead of time, 2 or 3 days ahead of time. And you can freeze this. You'll cook it, you'll get it to this point right here. And I'll show you the rest. So, I'm going to put that to the side. We're going to do one pan tonight. I'm going to make it good and thick. So we got that layer down. We're going to sprinkle some more of that shredded cheese that we had left. We're just going to sprinkle it over the top. I'm going to leave just a little bit for the next layer. I was going to make 2 pans, but I think I'm just going to make just a good thick pan of macaroni and cheese. I don't know how many Mr. Brown's going to eat all this tonight. We're not. I'm going to put it in the freezer. Of course, it's a while before Thanksgiving, but I can serve this at one of our Sunday meals or something. Just kind of spread that layer a little bit. Now I'm going to put a cookie sheet on the racks of my oven just in case it was to kind of maybe boil over a little bit. I'm going to take the rest of that cheese. We're going to put it on the top. Are y'all liking it so far? And y'all can mix different cheeses. I tell you a good cheese, and that's Gruyere cheese. You can put it in there instead of the Monterey Jack. Hot pepper cheese. Just whatever y'all like. Okay. I'm going to put this on a cookie sheet. I'm going to get it in the oven, 325 for 15 minutes. And then, after the 15 minutes, I'm going to turn the broiler on. I'm going to put it up there under the broiler for 3 to 5 minutes till I get it good and brown on top. So we'll be back. Okay, 15 minutes and it's good and melted. Looking good. Now I'm going to turn the broiler on. Okay. Couple minutes under the broiler. Look at that. Yumminess. It just brings it over the top when you put it underneath that broiler. So yummy. Well, I hope y'all like this recipe. We've got 2 more days of the Thanksgiving recipes for this Thanksgiving menu, and the reason we done this is to just kind of help out on maybe you know, somebody that needs just a little bit of help and know how to put Thanksgiving dinner on the table. Might give y'all, anybody, some good ideas. This is a really good recipe and it feeds a lot of people. So y'all come back. Tomorrow is going to be another recipe or 2. I'm hoping to maybe get into a couple of desserts, maybe a fruit salad or something. And down in the description box, I'm going to have links to my hot roll recipes and different things like that that you can also use for your Thanksgiving table. So anyways, y'all come back and see me. Y'all try this recipe. I know y'all really gonna like it. It's a good comfort side dish. So we'll see you again tomorrow. And God bless everybody.